You know that feeling, right? Stuck in traffic, going nowhere, just wishing you could float over it all? Well, what if I told you the solution to our biggest transportation headaches isn't another road or another tunnel, but something else entirely?
Okay, let's just dive right in. Forget about the crowded buses and the packed subways for a moment. Instead, picture this: a quiet, super efficient commute where you're just gliding smoothly above the city. Now I know, it sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, but this is way closer to being real than you might think. But before we get to that awesome future, let's come back down to earth for a minute. We need to talk about a problem that, let's be honest, we all know way too well. The daily nightmare of just trying to get around on the ground.
Yeah, our daily grind. It's a story we're all tired of, right? Wasted hours stuck in traffic, cars just idling, spewing out emissions, and all of it relies so heavily on imported fuel. It's this cycle that just feels, well, it feels broken and, frankly, totally unsustainable.
So what's this big solution I've been hinting at? Well, get this. It's actually a technology that's been around for more than 100 years. It's just been completely reimagined for today's world. The answer, as it turns out, is literally up in the air.
Yep, we're talking about ropeways. And no, before you say anything, forget what you think you know from ski resorts or those scenic tourist rides. The key here is to think of this as an aerial metro. I'm talking a serious, efficient, and super reliable form of mass transit using these sleek, modern cabins that move on cables.
And look, these are not just some clunky boxes on a wire. We're talking about sleek, comfortable cabins. They're actually designed to blend right into a city's skyline, giving you a smooth, peaceful ride high above all the chaos down below.
You know, the really amazing thing about this kind of aerial transport is just how versatile it is. I mean, ropeways can go where roads and railways often just can't. They can glide effortlessly over steep hills, cross wide rivers, and navigate dense cityscapes, all while connecting communities with a super minimal footprint on the ground.
But here's the real game changer: sustainability. See, this isn't just about moving people around more efficiently. It's about doing it cleanly. These systems can be powered by 100% renewable energy. We're talking solar, wind, you name it. That means we can dramatically slash emissions and shrink our collective carbon footprint. Pretty huge, right?
So who is actually making this incredible vision happen? Well, it takes a lot more than just a construction company. You need a master planner, someone who can see the whole ecosystem. So let's meet the team, AirMobility Infra.
These guys are what you'd call a truly forward-thinking infrastructure startup. See, they don't just build the ropeways. They design the entire solution from start to finish. Or maybe I should say from the air down. They make sure every single piece of the puzzle fits together just right.
And what really makes them stand out is their integrated four-step approach. First, it all starts with deep consultancy and project management. Then they get into the hardcore engineering and construction. Step 3 is that critical piece: integrating renewable energy. And finally, they stick around, providing all the ongoing operations and technical support to make sure everything runs smoothly for years and years. And believe me, the team behind all this has the experience to back it up. We're talking a leadership team that brings over 120 years of cumulative project management experience to the table. That is a staggering amount of global expertise pushing this whole thing forward.
So I want to be really clear here. This technology is about so much more than tourism. What we're actually looking at is a genuine revolution in how we can move, well, not just people, but materials and goods too. And check out this contrast, it's perfect. On one hand, you have a really traditional, powerful use, connecting pilgrims to these remote, sacred sites. And on the other hand, you've got the future of city travel, seamlessly connecting commuters directly to airports and train stations.
But like I said, it's not just about people. This system is a total workhorse. Think about it. It can haul raw materials straight out of a mine, or it can move agricultural goods directly from the field. That means fewer heavy trucks clogging up our roads.
I mean, the sheer versatility is just incredible. You can go from providing these breathtaking low-impact rides for ecotourism all the way to lifting and moving massive industrial shipping containers. It's that huge range of uses that makes this a truly transformative technology.
Okay, let's zoom out for a second and connect all the dots here. This is about way more than just clever transportation. This is about building a future that is fundamentally greener, more connected, and way more efficient for all of us.
And this really brings it all home. On one side, you have all the problems we started with, right? The congestion, the pollution, the high costs. And then on the other side, you have Air Mobility Infra's direct solutions. We're talking fast urban travel, creating jobs with local manufacturing, and all those different uses for industry and agriculture. It's a complete, well-thought-out vision.
And the impact here is massive, not just nationally, but globally. This directly supports the Make India initiative. And we're not just talking about creating assembly jobs. We're talking about building an entire domestic manufacturing ecosystem. That means developing local supply chains, building up high-tech skills, and actually owning the technology, which cuts down on relying on imports. Plus, it's a huge contributor to big climate goals like Net Zero 2070. And the long-term vision? To become a global exporter of this sustainable tech by 2030.
When you boil it all down, it really comes back to their mission statement, which is pretty powerful. Bridging gaps between people, places, and possibilities. I think that just perfectly captures the whole idea of connecting communities and unlocking all this new potential, and doing it in a sustainable way.
Which, leaves us with one last really fascinating question to chew on. As our cities keep growing and our world gets more and more crowded, could it be that the most innovative, the most sustainable, the most intelligent path forward is the one that's floating right above our heads?